former NBC cable president and TiVo CEO. He's now executive chairman of Engine Media and a CNBC contributor, also a friend of the show. Tom, always great to speak with you.
Thanks for having me, Melissa.
I know that you're on with our friends over at Squawk this morning. You said the Disney earnings will be terrible. What do you think with the stock up about 4%, 3% in the after-hour session?
Well, I don't get too focused on these earnings for this quarter. Everybody knew it wasn't going to be a good quarter. Maybe it was a little bit better than people thought it would be. But you still have the same question here. Is the decline in the traditional business going to be too weighty to overcome the growth in the streaming new business? And so far, the verdict on that is way out. Since Disney Plus was announced, the stock is down about 20%. Netflix during that time is up about 70%. I think Netflix has proved a lot about its model when it comes to streaming that Disney Plus has not proved yet. Yes, they've done very well in terms of additional subs, but what kind of churn do we have here, particularly when the free subs roll off? What type of engagement do we have given the limited amount of original production? Are we going to see anything with pricing power at all, given what churn and engagement look like? And so there's a verdict here that you can't render yet, and we're not going to know for a while. I will give them credit for the Mulan move. I think that is actually pretty interesting. They had to do something with this movie. Obviously, they couldn't put it into theater near term. So not just charging $30, but charging $30 if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, if I understand that. So trying to get a two-for, collecting at the direct-to-consumer revenue and trying to drive Disney Plus subscribers at the same time. I don't think that's a formula for most of their big releases. They have too much to protect in terms of the theatrical window. Movie releases for Disney fuel the entire engine. That whole company, from theme parks to consumer products, et cetera, needs the big movie theatrical release. But for purposes of the hand they're dealt with right now, pretty creative.
Can you make the argument, Tom, that what Disney Plus is right now is Netflix in the early days? I mean, Disney Plus, I understand your concerns and that it's way too early to cast some sort of verdict, but it reached its target for paid subscribers 4 years early, and it's already building a DTC international product, which is what Netflix is currently doing. I mean, it does seem like it's fast-tracking the streaming side of the business.
Well, I don't think it's Netflix for a couple reasons. First of all, Netflix doesn't have to worry about all the baggage that Disney has. And I don't just mean the COVID issues that it's dealing with. Yes, we know everything that they were hit with, and it was pretty bad. But coming out of COVID, they still have a mess on their hands. They're dependent in terms of their media networks on the cable satellite bundle. That's going to be dwindling down to 60 million, maybe below. There's nobody that's got more at stake there than ESPN and the Disney networks in terms of what they pull out of that bundle. They still have a mess when it comes to ratings, particularly in the kids sector, which has been harder hit with ratings decline than anywhere. With that comes advertising decline. They now have the added pressure of other competitors trying to collapse the theatrical window and allow people to think they can stay on their couch and not go to the movie theaters. So they have enormous baggage mess to get through coming out of this. They're also not Netflix because Disney Plus by itself is a narrow service. It's kids and family, but it is not broad-based adult entertainment. And Hulu really looks like it is having some issues. It has only half the subs as Netflix in the North American market, but looks like it grew less than Netflix in terms of subs, which many thought North America was getting saturated for Netflix, and Hulu grew less. And so this new, what sounds like adult international entertainment, which I guess is going to take the place of Hulu as a major national player, may be an answer that begins to build the blocks that Netflix has. But they got a lot of pieces together to put together to begin to say they got a model approaching Netflix.